All right.
Hey, welcome into the Marketing Checklist Viewcast. We're in the 20s in the episodes. We're Sharon and Hank Yuloff from Yuloff Creative Marketing Solutions. When you're looking to solve your marketing, sales, HR challenges, we're the small business coaches that you call.
On this viewcast, you will meet and learn from successful entrepreneurs who are out there making it happen right now.
Yep, and here's how it works. We've preset several questions and received the basic answers from our guests. If you watched other viewcasts, you kind of know the pattern by now. So how are we going to get started?
So this interview itself is just 7 minutes and 21 seconds long.
Wait, isn't 7/21 our anniversary?
It is.
July 21, and that's why we have it 7/21.
I get to celebrate your anniversary with you. This is great.
Yes, you do. So let's get started. Why don't you introduce I Talk for a Living, our guest.
Today we get to learn from Fred Moskowitz, and you can find him at fredmoskowitz.com.
Wow, one of our favorite people. We'll let you know at the beginning. Fred is. we met Fred through some other people, and we love Fred. So we're so glad you're watching this episode. He's one of the rockinest people you're ever going to meet. So why don't we get started?
Okay,
great,
so you're going to start
great.
when I finish the first question. Is that right?
Yes, that's when I hit start on the clock.
Awesome. All right, Fred. Keeping in mind
Let's
we
go.
only have a 3-story building, what is your elevator story?
Well, my elevator story, I came from a successful career working as a computer engineer at tech startup companies. And so what happened to me was that I had lived through the bursting of the dot-com bubble, and then that was followed by the 9/11 attacks.
Wow.
And so after having gone through that, I realized that I was just spending all these years of my life where I was building someone else's dream and not building my own. And so out of that, I started seeking a way into entrepreneurship for myself. I wanted to build another income stream, another source of income, so that I would no longer be relying on the paycheck for my job. And so over the course of a number of years, I transitioned. I'm now managing my own investment fund, and I'm helping others to generate income by putting their money to work for them and teaching them all about the benefits of alternative investments.
Awesome. Okay, so I think you kind of answered the next one, which is what's your business all about? I think we got that. Why should our listeners flock to you?
Because he's a really great guy.
Yes, he is.
I love building relationships. That's one of the pillars of my business. It's building relationships. And part of that is through teaching and education. It's something I really enjoy. I find it so fulfilling to teach others. And everything that I teach, it revolves around teaching people how to take control of their financial future. And it's all about the idea of taking your investing into your own hands. And it allows you to basically transition your investments from Wall Street over to Main Street, investing into things that you can easily wrap your mind around and understand, things we're all familiar with, things like real estate, for instance, right? Because everyone that I've met prefers to live indoors, right?
Absolutely.
So there's always a demand for good housing, good quality real estate. You can invest in that in so many different ways. And there's always a demand for that. So if you can participate in providing that valuable service, you're going to do really well.
We started to look at that, and there are so many ways you can invest in real estate. It isn't just like buy a house and rent it to somebody. There are tons of ways. I'll bet you know a whole lot of those.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So along those lines, Fred, what tips can you give to our listeners?
Yeah, let's go into some tips.
Well, my tips are going to be around investments, as you can imagine, right? But here's one that people don't ordinarily think about. The first tip is something I'm going to draw from. I'm a Philly guy from Philadelphia. I want to draw from one of our founding fathers, Benjamin Franklin. And one of his most famous quotes is that an investment in yourself always will pay the best dividends. Right. And this
Yes.
goes for anything that you do. And I always teach about this. Take some of your time and your money and invest it in yourself. And that's going to do so much for you, your learning, your education. So that's the first tip. The next tip is add some alternative investments into your overall portfolio. And this is going to help isolate your portfolio from wild stock market swings. And if there's a serious downturn, you're still going to be earning income during that time, because the characteristic that I love about alternative investments like real estate, like investing in notes and mortgages, is that they generate income. They pay you on an ongoing basis. So if there's a downturn in the market, you're still going to have this income coming in every month. And that gives you stability, and it's going to help you through any tough times. You're not going to be losing sleep at night because, yeah, maybe one part of your investments aren't doing well, but the other part, it's still going strong. And that just gives a lot of peace of mind. And the third tip I have is for you to arrange your affairs so that you're going to minimize the taxes you pay, right? Minimize the taxes that you pay. And there's so many ways our government, the IRS, provides amazing tax incentives. And it's up to you to learn about them. Align yourself with the right professionals, the right CPAs to help you minimize the taxes that you pay. That's going to also give you such a high return on your investment. For anyone that's out there that's a business owner, this is so critical.
Absolutely.
You're one of those guys that when there's a tax code change, you kind of get excited to read it.
I don't get excited to read it, but I want to learn about it. I rather let the experts read it, and then I can learn from it, because reading that stuff, what the IRS publishes, it's not fun. It's not exciting.
It's sleep
But
inducing.
yeah, but it can benefit you a lot. So you want to make sure that you are paying attention. The government always wants to incentivize certain areas of the economy, and they'll do that by changes in the tax code. So if you can adapt to that and be in line with offering the products and services that are being incentivized, you're going to be really well positioned. And it doesn't matter what business you're in.
Good
right?
point. Good point.
Yeah.
Hey, Fred, what's an amusing job title for you?
An amusing job title is, for me, it's chief relationship builder, right? And it's one of my most important values. It's building relationships. And here's what I mean by that. When I work with clients, I'm seeking to not be transactional at all. I want to build a long-term relationship, because if they're happy doing business with me, we may do one thing or work on one investment together, but after that's over, I want to come back and do another one and another one on an ongoing basis, right?
Absolutely.
That's so important. Repeat business, having referrals from satisfied clients, it's the most wonderful thing, and it's the highest compliment that I could receive as a business owner.
Truly.
Yeah. By the way, listeners, you'll probably know, you can see how much we love Fred. We know we're going to go a little bit
We are.
because we love him that much. He has that much great information. You can learn that much from him.
Fred, what are the most common questions that people ask you about your business?
The most common questions. So my business revolves around note investing, which is investing in residential notes and mortgages. And some of the questions that come up are, why are notes such a compelling investment? So There's really three reasons, and this is what drew me to this in the first place. The the first benefit of note investing is that you are able to buy a note at a discount to the amount owed on it. And what that effectively does is it
Mhm.
drives up your rate of return when you buy it at a discount. The second reason is you're investing in an asset which is backed by something with tangible value, right? As anyone knows how the banking industry works, they lend money on a note and a mortgage, which is secured by a property. So you have that collateral backing the investment. So no matter what happens, if goes to hell in a handbasket, you have that security backing what you've invested in. When you invest in stocks and mutual funds, not really the case. So that's a unique aspect. And the third point on that is that you can earn quite a high rate of return. It's not uncommon to get double digit returns when you're investing in notes. So when I learned about those three things, I found note investing to be a very compelling asset class, and that drew me. I was very interested right away.
Very cool.
So I'll talk about one other common question. Someone, and this comes up all the time. Note investing is great. It does take a significant amount of time to get involved. So for someone that's maybe busy, they're a business owner or they're a professional, they don't really have a lot of time to be involved in note investing, but they're still interested in it. And how can they be involved? Well, there's another way. It's through investing in a note fund, right? And the note fund it's more of a passive play where, as an investor, you're contributing your capital and you're going to be benefiting from the expertise, the experience, the relationships of the managers of that fund, and you'll earn a nice rate of return on your investment. So for someone in that category, that's a great way to get involved
Awesome.
because they can focus on their business, focus on their unique ability and what they do best.
So what's the most unexpected thing you ever had happen when you started your business? Or as you've moved along?
The most unexpected thing was to see there's a unique dynamic in my business, in my industry, and that is the relationships we build with others in our business. I'm in a small industry. It's a niche thing. When I travel to conferences and events, we all know each other. We see each other. It's a small world.
Yeah.
But the unique thing is that all of us are both competitors and collaborators at the same time. And I love
Nice.
that, right?
Absolutely.
We
I
make
was Yeah, I was in a situation that was really similar to that. Um, as a regional manager for a company, and when they hired a national sales manager, most of the regional managers who thought that they had a shot at that job, we all left and started our own competitor to that company. But we were the most friendly of competitors because we were all around the country, yet working in the same industry. So you can be very friendly with those in your same industry, and it works for everyone's benefit. Hey, is there a great tool that you use all the time, a business tool?
oh, there's so many. Wow. So generally speaking, my favorite tool is having a good CRM and using that
Mhm.
effectively to manage your relationships. There's so many of them out there. And I always
Yeah,
tell people the best CRM is the one that you're going to use every day
That's right.
consistently.
yeah.
That's
And
it.
trying out the free version is really important, and make sure that you're comfortable with it.
Yeah, there's a lot of good options out there. There's
Yeah,
paid options, there's free options, but find one that works for you and use it to track all of the people that you meet, the conversations that you have, because it may be some time that goes by between the last phone call you have, and that will help you
Yeah.
so much.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think we're on our third or fourth different CRM.
And I'm always looking.
Yeah, because they have gotten better. All right, one of the easiest questions. What's a 4-letter word that describes you and your business?
Grow.
Cool. Next question, one of the harder ones. What did you learn in nursery school that is helping you now?
The importance of collaborating and sharing. And look
Ooh,
at what we're doing here, right? Aren't we collaborating and we're sharing ideas? I love this, right? This is great.
Cool.
is there a number one fantasy lead you could receive from somebody watching, or they might know somebody watching knows somebody?
Oh, this is a great question. I would say an introduction to Robert Kiyosaki, who is the author of the famous book Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Okay. So all you
Yeah.
Kiyosaki, hey, all you Kiyosaki family members, hook a brother
Yeah.
up, all right? And if somebody is listening that likes joint ventures, what would describe the ideal joint venture with you?
So the ideal relationship that I like is someone that's looking to branch out into um, unconventional ways of investing, open to learning new ideas, new concepts, and open to develop a relationship. Developing relationships, it's so important to me. And by all means, I'm not a transactional minded person. I'm a relationship minded person. And so I'm always looking to add value to others, to make introductions to others in any way to help their business, to help advance their interests that they have, and to do better, right? Isn't that we all want that for each other? So I'm always seeking to be relationship minded, and I feel it's so powerful, and it's so rewarding too, because what happens is after you've been in business for a while, you look back and you see these incredible relationships that you had over many years, and how they've grown, and how everyone around you grows and progresses. And it's so rewarding to see that. I just love it.
So with that in mind, our last question, if someone wants to begin a conversation with you, what do you have an offer for them or a way to connect with you?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. A couple ways. Um, what I'd like to offer for all of your listeners and viewers is I have a special report about node investing for anyone that's interested to learn more about it. Happy to send that out. You can obtain that report by visiting my website, which is fredmoskowitz.com. Or for an easier spelling, you can go to giftfromfred.com
I
and
think
just
that's the
Awesome.
best way.
yeah. But I have another way. I do have another way. If you prefer to use your mobile phone, your mobile device, just text the word note, NOTE, to the number 47177 and follow the prompts. So it's three easy ways to connect with me.
See,
Good
And I
job, Fred.
the marketing tip there for all of y'all is let people connect with you the way that they're comfortable. And Fred, you just did that, so you get a high five.
awesome.
All right.
Love that.
So that's time. Yeah, we went a little long.
I know.
Sorry about that. But hey, look, when the information is that good,
Apology. Don't
we gotta do
apologize.
that.
I love it. I'm used to doing 60-minute format.
We used to do that, and that's
Yeah.
so we're comfortable in it as well. So the
You guys
website
are
one more time, giftfromfred.com.
.com.
There we go.
So go connect with Fred, and then make sure that you connect with us. at freemarketingconsultation.com.
Yep. Sign up for your free 30-minute success call. Most business owners take advantage of that, and they report back that it was worth at least $10,000 in time saved or in new revenue that they will check. So
absolutely.
freemarketingconsultation.com.
And while we're on that call, if you want to be on the Viewcast as well, then please let us know.
Yes.
So that we can send you the questions and schedule that time.
We'd love to have you. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time on the Marketing Checklist Viewcast.
Thank you.